All right, my babies, this is the second video of today. I got excited about something earlier, but I'm not going to talk about it. I read something the other day, and so let me take a chance to tell you what my daily routine is like right now. I'm trying my best not to be on social media. I even told my mom to stop calling me in the day. It has to be done, man. I love her, but it has to be done. She literally calls me. And if I don't answer, she literally calls five, six times to make sure I'm okay. Although I was in Africa for 10 years and she never gave a fuck. But now that I'm closer, she feels like she has to. But anyways, so I wake up in the morning, I exercise, I meditate, I stretch, I do breathing exercises, I walk, right? Take a shower, drink water, like, do the basics. And then I go to work. I reach work by like 7:30, maximum 8. So between the hours of 5 to 5:30, I'm kind of like waking up and still kind of like in bed. Today I was very proud of myself, but like a big part of me kind of was trying to convince myself to fall back asleep. I just wouldn't accept it. It was amazing. I just like stayed in bed going like, but then by 5:25, only 10 minutes later. Anyways, so I go to work and I code for 6 hours straight. That is something I'm getting used to again. And 6 hours, and it's funny because like I wish 6 hours of coding is do this, then do this, then do this, then do this. Coding is literally 10 minutes of doing something and like an hour of figuring out why it's not working. It really is. But it's funny because so what I do is anytime I feel like I'm kind of like getting overly excited or anxious, or whether it's because of like the work I'm doing, or whether it is something that's not really working, because you you have to reset your mindset. You have to reset your mind as much as you can. And so for me to take a break, when I enter work, first I read from a book called Bushido of Japan, which basically is Japanese generals in the Edo era between the 1400s to the like 1700s. These people that basically just ruled the country and the feudal system that they had, and how they're, because I really think like what capitalism is basically a more scientific and effective approach of government. Whilst government stuck more towards the social aspect of it, capitalism became a lot more business savvy, or just like kind of moved in that direction. Again, like it's fine, whatever you have as an opinion. This is not that something that we want to debate. I just, I the lessons that you learn from leaders 700 years ago are basically a lot more connected or rooted in sincerity than the lesson you learn from these days. And the reason I say that is because at that point, today you could actually make a phone call or check on a camera if somebody's stealing from you or not. But back in the day, you have to completely trust the characteristics of whoever's with you, not to screw you over. And you can be a tyrant about it, and you can be nice about it, you can be genuine, you can be charismatic, you can be a whole lot of stuff. But there's a lot that goes into human relationships. And I really think the older version of, of people, and the actual people that took heavy burdens, and what I mean by heavy burdens, like the responsibility of others, like a king supposed to basically make decisions on behalf of a country, supposed to, right? A lot of things kind of like, anyways. So when I take a break, instead of actually like playing on my phone and doing something stupid, or WhatsApping somebody, what I do effectively is I grab a book, Meditations by Marcus Aurelius, and my goal is to see this guy that like ran the empire, the Roman Empire. What the fuck did he think about in his day-to-day life? Funny enough, man, he's a lot more articulate in his like in his notes, but basically his meditations are literally like they are exactly how I do my basically my notes. Because he sees something and he kind of like writes about it, but he explains it differently. And in one thing he said, the universe is change. Life is opinion. And so that hit me a bit. Not only did it hit me a bit, the same day, while I was actually like having a conversation with somebody, I realized that it stuck with me in a different way. Actually, I just realized that that's the reason why I said what I said. But I was having a conversation with somebody, and she mentioned how she was in La La Land in her head. And I go like, why? What's the difference between La 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 and reality? And she looks at me, and she starts trying to explain how on the tangible earth where we are right now, like this laptop here, this tangible reality, she is literally stuck in her head, which she called La La Land. And I disagreed. When I looked at her, I was like, the truth is, you're stuck in reality. You're not stuck in La La Land. And she was like, why? And I'm like, because any way you look at it, everything around you exists in very much a form that you decided. It's a predefined kind of like the environment has designed your perception of the world. So the technicality is the world that me and you guys share, that everyone shares, that we discuss, the شو the akhbar, the news, the projects, the programs, the architects, the building. Effectively, this is not reality. This is La La Land. The world as we know it, as we look at it, is actually La La Land. The true reality is the reality that is in our head. The true reality is the one that we get to actually like look at the world through. And so when I read the universe is change and life is opinion, I thought about, well, the universe is change because if you just stand and do nothing, you're already behind. I will repeat. If you choose not to move anywhere or not to do anything different, you're already behind. Simply because everything else, if every human being in the world stood still and decided to do nothing, plants will still grow, animals will still walk. If all insects, all forms of life stop moving, the earth will still rotate and it still fly. And it'll find a way to kick back life again and all that stuff. Which he kind of like states it in a way. And again, like it was profound, like because I was reading, I don't know, like every page has like 4 analects or 5 analects. And this one was at the end of one long one. It's like the universe has changed, but life is an opinion. Which literally means like if I decide to right now stop and do whatever it is and stop doing whatever I want to do, that is me looking at life in my own personal opinionated way and making that decision. If I want to look at life as suffering, I will find it. If I want to look at life as happiness, I will find it. If I want to look at life as fast, I will find it. If I want to look at life as slow, I will find it. If I want to look at people as assholes, I will find them. If I want to look at people as amazing people, and like, I will find them. And if the universe is changed, then the only harmony that I could actually like, the only thing I can't have an opinion on is change. And if you want me to take you to Miyamoto Musashi, that he says in his 21 laws of Dokuro, he goes, accept the truth as it is. Nothing more, nothing less. Have no feelings towards it. Because ultimately, the last thing you want is to have an opinion on change. Because that's basically like, I don't know, should we consider it a form of judgment, having an opinion on change? Or just looking at change from an opinionated perspective means we're taking a step back from changing ourselves. And ultimately, that defeats the purpose of why it matters for us to look at anything and observe anything. Life is opinion, which means life is a choice. And whatever opinion I have of life is basically going to call the choices that connect to it. It's been raining for 4 days. I think it's beautiful. Everyone I know doesn't like it. But then I ask them, what do you do when it's sunny? They go like nothing. I don't understand where they got their opinions. I really don't. Because on sunny days, I go walk next to the beach at least, and it's right here, like it's 20 minutes away. But for them, that's a long ass fucking distance. I don't know. But they don't like the rain. When it's sunny and when it's raining, they stay inside. I wonder what kind of opinion they have on life. Life is opinion, which means it's their own life that they're opinionated about, right? Because any opinion I have on life is a reflection of my opinion on my own reality, because it's a reflection on my view of reality. So the universe is changed, but my own reality is my own objective opinion. And it's the subjective experience. And ultimately, what I have to do is kind of get over myself and accept the truth the way it is in order for me to harmonize with the universe. And that's how change happens. Imagine having an opinion on anything in life is literally you judging your own reality. That's going to be a next video.